under our control. We have to keep it all the time under our control. As Namadeva has said very clearly, in Guru Granth Sahib has written that when a little child is flying a kite, he's talking to everyone. He's playing in a way, but his attention is on the kite. And when a housewife is carrying her duties, putting her child on her waist and working, then she is doing all kinds of work, but her attention is on the child. The ladies who are carrying 3-4 earthen pots on their heads, water filled up to the brim, are walking, talking to each other, having mirth and enjoyment, but the attention is on the earthen pot on their heads. In the same way, whatever adventure you are into, whatever you are doing, your attention should be on your spirit. Then everything is under control, and you can never get enveloped into anything where attention should not be lost. So these two problems we have, and those problems even after realization people have it. So please try, when you are not meditating, to keep your attention on your spirit. Now, the person who is left-sided or right-sided, he has developed a mechanism within himself to justify himself. Through his intellect, or maybe if they are ladies, they have water power, they'll start crying. And you just don't know what to say to them. If you tell them anything, first thing they will do is to cry. Means sometimes I feel there are 1,000 arrows on my head when they start crying. It's impossible to say anything to them. And if you talk to some men, they'll give so many explanations that you would feel like just going off to sleep. It's so boring. It's easy to read some book like War and Peace than to listen to the arguments of such people. But they don't want to see that this is all ego which is talking. It is not they are talking. It's not their spirit. And if the spirit has to evolve, we have to be extremely witnessing in a full way, very alert, extremely alert, and witnessing ourselves, what are we doing? Then only we reach the completion of our realization. Unless and until you reach the completion of your realization, you can never be masters of your attention, and you can never be the enjoyer of your joy, and you can never know the truth fully. To achieve this Satchidananda Swarupa, you have to be extremely careful about the instrument that God has given you, this body, mind, and emotions. You have to keep them in check, because wherever your habits are, they can never be joy-giving. It's a joyless pursuit. And wherever your ego is, it's a destructive effort. So both things are detrimental to your growth. Apart from that, they are extremely dangerous thing for yogis. So as you are, in whatever conditions you are, in whatever situations you are, whatever may be the surroundings, like a dirty mire full of creatures and filth, you can become like lotuses. When you become like lotuses, all that is filth, all that is horrible can become fragrant. And this is what we have to achieve. When people will see the lotuses, they'll come to you. Not to see the worms and to see the filth, but to see the lotuses. So please this time, correct yourself. You don't need anybody to correct you. You just correct yourself, watch out for yourself, and see for yourself. If something doesn't work out, just give up. Don't go to extremes for anything. Must learn to give up at a point and be happy about it. If you are content within yourself, if your hand is attached to your body, then you reach up to a point and then leave it. But if it is not attached, if it is disintegrated, then it goes all round and round and round and comes back without anything. That understanding has to be there in you people, because you are standing in the central path. And you are attached to the central path, not only, but you are identified with it. So you cannot go too far to the left, you cannot go too far to the right. If you do that, you get lost. Then you are no more a Sahaja Yogi, and then no use having you here artificially or superficially, because it will be hypocrisy. Whatever is needed to put you back into right frame, you must accept. And whatever is needed to understand Sahaja Yoga, you have to do. As I have said, please try to learn English language. I cannot learn 14 languages. It's very difficult. It's surprising how I have learned this English language also. So now to learn 14 languages, I have to take 14 avtaras again. I don't ask you to learn Marathi, because that's the best language for me to speak. But at least try to learn English, and then we can see if you can learn Marathi or Hindi. आता आपल्याला सांगायचं काय की पुण्यभूमीत जन्माला आले. ही पुण्यभूमी औरंगाबाद ही फार मोठी पुण्यभूमी असं मला वाटतं. मोठमोठाले संत इथे झाले,